Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. We are back. Knicks basketball is finally here. The Knicks kick off their season tonight on ESPN with the whole world watching us. The Knicks will be on the road in Memphis, taking on Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. Oh boy, it feels good to be back talking some New York Knicks basketball. We're coming off a good preseason by the New York Knicks, going 3-1. We saw Jalen Brunson make his Knicks debut. He's looking good. RJ Barrett was balling. Mitchell Robinson dominating in the paint. I mean, the preseason was a lot of positives to talk about, to be honest. But now we pivot, and the games are going to start to matter tonight. Is where it all begins. And we're going to have the whole world watching us because we're on primetime ESPN on the road. And then the home opener is Friday. And you know your boy is going to be at the home opener at the Garden on Friday night against the Detroit Pistons. Oh my gosh, it feels good, guys. Welcome into the stream. If you're just tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, help me out, hit my brand new goal, which is 11,000 subscribers here in Knicks Media. It feels so good. What is this, year number 3 or 4 covering? I think this is year number 3 covering the Knicks here on Knicks Media. And I am so excited to launch my 3rd ever season covering the Knicks here on my channel. Welcome into everybody in the chat. We got my guy Tyler Wardy in the chat. What's good, my man? Hope all is well with you, my friend. Always appreciate you tuning in. Yo, we ready? Yes, Valentino, we are ready. Drip Moore, salute to you, my man. Let's go Knicks. Jets Mania. You already know the vibes. Let's go Knicks indeed. Man, it feels good to be back for so many different reasons, man. Basketball season is such a great time, because first of all, this is the peak of sports at this time of the year. We got football underway, hockey just started, and the baseball playoffs. All four sports are underway right now, and I feel like tonight is a really, really fun night for the Knicks. Last night we got to see the NBA tip off with the Warriors and the Lakers and all those types of games. But tonight is where it all really begins, and we're going to be previewing what to expect from this New York Knicks team. I want to give you guys my record prediction for the Knicks because I think a lot of you guys are going to be interested to hear what I have to say about where I think this Knicks team is their potential is on this season. Where are they going to finish? Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to make the play-in tournament? Are they going to fall short in the play-in tournament like last year? Are we going to make any significant improvements? Who are some X factors this year for the Knicks? What do we expect with the addition of Jalen Brunson? Who's going to be getting more minutes? There's so much to talk about here in this video. So if you guys are just tuning in, please do me a favor and hit that like button. I'm going to quickly tweet this out on my Twitter account so I get everybody in here. Knicks fans, tune in to my Knicks live stream. Let's go. Who's hyped up in the chat right now? Because I am. Knicks basketball is back. I am live previewing tonight's game. Let's go. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is tonight's matchup. So we're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies, right? The Memphis Grizzlies are a team last year. They have a star in Ja Morant. We all know about it. But I think this Knicks team matches up well against this Memphis Grizzlies team. We actually have been playing them pretty tough. I'll never forget 2 years ago, I was at the game against the Grizzlies at home when we went to overtime, and RJ Barrett single-handedly took over that game in the fourth quarter. We were losing, and that was the first game that sparked that 9-game winning streak that propelled the Knicks to that 4th seed run that we went on. So I think we match up well against this team. It's not going to be an easy one. They're both defensive-minded. They both have really good players, and it's going to be a tough matchup. But I do like the way the Knicks match up against this Knicks squad. We got Elite Wolf in the chat. Yo, we here, Knicks Nation. Let's go. Jets Mania says, RJ will be so good with Jalen Brunson taking attention of other teams, letting Barrett sneak through and go crazy. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. This is RJ Barrett's team right now. So let's get into the keys to victory tonight. My biggest key to victory, it's simple, containing Ja Morant defensively, because Ja Morant, we all know how talented he truly is as a player in this league. He's entering year number 4. He is a bona fide star, and if you cannot contain Ja Morant, we're simply not going to be able to win this game. You got to be able to, I love Tom Thibodeau's system where he loves to switch. He loves it's not going to just be Brunson on Morant one-on-one defensively. We're going to see a lot of, people switching. Unfortunately for the Knicks, we're going to get into, actually, why not talk about it right now? injury news, Quentin Grimes is out tonight with the sore foot. He was out for the first 3 preseason games, and he played the final preseason game, but then he cannot practice. So the Knicks have officially ruled Quentin Grimes out, which is unfortunate because he's a really big defensive versatile weapon that I would like to see on this team matching up against Ja Morant. So how can we contain Ja Morant defensively? It's going to be a collective effort. It's not going to be just Ja Morant. It's going to be Mitchell Robinson defending the paint when Ja Morant drives into the lane. I would dare Ja Morant to shoot the ball. He's not a terrible shooter by any means, but he's way more efficient at driving to the paint and having those acrobatic athletic layups and dunking on you and the floaters in the paint, whereas I would prefer him to shoot the ball from the perimeter. So if the Jets can, if the Knicks can dare Ja Morant to shoot the ball, I like our chances. Listen, it's not going to be easy to contain Ja Morant. It's just a matter of playing team defense, making sure that we're all on the same page, and get back to that 4th seed Knicks defense, because that was a big issue last year for this Knicks squad at the beginning of the year. The defense was bad, and we're not going to be a successful basketball team this year without playing quality defense, playing good on both sides of the ball, and playing together. You know what I mean? Playing together. Darren's in the chat. He said, I heard Grimes is hurt and won't play tonight. Need a big year out of RJ. Quickly is my homeboy. Yeah, I just went over the Grimes situation. He's going to be out tonight, unfortunately. But luckily, this team is deep. Like, this team is I'm not saying that I don't want to wish injuries, but this team is prepared for injuries this year in terms of the depth that we have in the roster, man. We truly have a lot of depth that I'm excited for in this very young team, man. Very young, exciting team. Mike D, what's good, my brother? Let's go Knicks. Randle, RJ, Brunson is a great big 3 for lefties. Yeah, I think the debut of the big 3 tonight is going to be a lot of fun. They look fun on in the preseason, man. Jalen Brunson, I'm really excited to talk about him because he really excites me, not gonna lie. Money Mitch owns Morant. Yes, he does. Yo, Mitch about to eat the paint. However, get well soon, OG and Triple J. Yeah, man. Mitchell Robinson is my X factor tonight. I think that defensively and offensively, he is such a big piece to this team. First of all, he's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. You know, you can say Steven Adams, you can say other big men, but Mitchell Robinson, I think he's going to break out and be the bona fide best offensive rebounder in the NBA this year. You know, he just has such a great knack of just getting the tips, the tip-ins, put-back dunks, bringing it back down, going back up, getting the offensive glass, kicking it out. I mean, he is a force down low, and it's so fun as a Knicks fan. I mean, obviously RJ Barrett did it as well, but we're finally seeing a Knicks organization draft players and let them develop and giving them a second contract. Like, wow, what a concept that this Knicks team has never done. And I've been preaching all my life as a Knicks fan. Can we please draft and develop and give him a second contract? And we did that with Mitchell Robinson. We did that with RJ Barrett. We drafted Mitchell Robinson as a little kid. I mean, it was a little, but he was raw. He was skinny. He had to grow into his body. He did not even play in college. And we drafted that man, 19 years old, and he goes out there, develops over time, and now he's an absolute dominant center. I think that he has a chance to prove to be one of the league's top rim protectors, the league's top centers in the NBA. I think Mitchell Robinson is that good. And, you know, that last preseason game showed it, what his impact could be. He's not only just an alley-oop threat. Mitchell Robinson said he worked on his game in terms of like backing people down. And let me say this, if Mitchell Robinson all of a sudden starts backing people down in the post, that man is going to be something else this year. Something else this year if we get to see that. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Thank you, King Ribby. RM, he says, hit them like buttons, subscribe, and share. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Salute, salute, salute. Defensive player of the year. Hey, I can see it. Mitchell Robinson can do that. Borderline all-star season for RJ. Mitch in contention for most improved / defensive player of the year. Brunson with the leadership and the stability. Obi might challenge Julius, 7 seed. Hey, I love the optimism, man. I love these the optimistic takes heading into the season because I think this Knicks team is going to shock a lot of people this year. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go to the championship or anything, but I think this Knicks team has the talent and has the youth to really be a fun squad to prove a lot of people wrong this year. This is Toppin's year to show out and prove why he was the 8th pick overall. Yeah, so we heard a report a couple weeks ago from Ian Begley, I believe, that Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley are going to get a lot of time this year to play, whereas last year they were buried on the bench. We saw what Quickley and Toppin did at the end of the year when they were given the opportunity, when Julius Randle was injured and there was other injuries where they were both the starters and they were both playing meaningful, like 30-plus minutes. They were dropping stats. I mean, Quickley put up a 30-plus triple-double. Obi put up a 40-piece. So I would love to unlock the true potential of Obi Toppin, and I really hope that Obi can get on the field, get on the court, man, because he's way too talented to just be a backup averaging 15 minutes per game. It's that simple. Julius did a backseat to RJ and JB, it seems. So listen, let's get into that. So what kind of Julius Randle are we going to get tonight and, of course, throughout the rest of the season? So what I've noticed in the preseason with Julius Randle, and this is a really big deal if this is true, right? The addition of Jalen Brunson is going to take all the pressure off of Julius Randle to feel like he has to be the go-to guy. We have RJ Barrett entering year number 4. We have Jalen Brunson, who is a winner and just can control things and really slow things down offensively speaking. So if Julius Randle can take a back seat, play off the ball, and go down low and be a bully, because don't get it twisted, man. Randle's no bum. I know Knicks fans have a lot of hate towards Julius Randle, but it's not like he's a bad basketball player. I just feel like the Knicks kind of ask him to do a little too much. Well, now we don't have to ask him to do too much, where he can just back people down low, be a bully that he is, and hopefully he can be efficient from the perimeter, because that's what really makes Julius Randle a dangerous threat in this league if he can shoot the ball well. We saw that 2 years ago. He shot over 40% from three. I don't expect that to happen again. That felt like a fluke, but if Randle can knock down his threes on a consistent basis, hit his mid-range jump shots, and attack the paint, and not be like the guy that's taking the ball up, and not be the guy that's being the point forward all the time, I like our chances. Now, I'm not saying Randle should not push the pace, because I do like when he does get a rebound, he has the athleticism, he has the ball handling enough to be able to push the ball down the court to get an easy bucket in transition. So I think Julius Randle has a chance to win back his fan base this year. Obviously, we are a fan base that is very, very critical for players. Last year, it was more not even just Julius Randle's play on the court. It was more his leadership and his energy that really pissed off the Knicks fan base. So let's hope that Randle can get his stuff together, get his head in the game, and he wins over Knicks fans. Because why we want to root against the guy? We want him to play well. Because if he plays well, listen, Randle is low-key an X factor. Because if Randle turns the clock back into that season he had a couple of years ago, this team is better than we can ever expect. Now let's get into RJ Barrett. I want to hear your guys' thoughts of RJ Barrett in the comment section right now, whether you're watching it live or watching on replay. What's RJ Barrett going to do? Because he's been getting better and better and better every year. You know, we're repping the RJ Barrett jersey. So RJ Barrett, I think he can average 23 points this year. I genuinely believe that. Now, what that's going to the things that RJ needs to improve his game in is simple. Efficiency. Right? He averaged 20 points per game last year, but it was on a low shooting percentage. He also needs to improve on free throw shooting, because if he improves his free throw shooting, 23 points per game is pretty much a lock, because he was not good at the stripe last year, and those are easy buckets. You need to be able to get those points. Let's see at least 75% minimum from the free throw line. I would like to see 80%, but I think that's asking for too much right now. But all on top of his shooting percentage that he needs to improve on, can he attack the paint and finish at the rim efficiently? We saw that in the preseason. He feels like he added more muscle to him, where he's absorbing contact better. He's driving to the paint better. He's not relying on his left hand. He's going right. He's ambidextrous. We all know that. Can he take people off the dribble efficiently? Can he pull up and like do those sidestep 3-pointers or mid-range jump shots? Like, he has a lot in his arsenal, and I cannot wait to see what he does in year number 4. The one thing that I noticed from year 4 RJ Barrett in the preseason is he looks like a damn sniper out there. I mean, he is drilling those threes, and that is a really good sign for the New York Knicks if RJ Barrett can continue to take those steps in the right direction and shooting the basketball from beyond the arc, because this Knicks team needs shooters on this team in today's NBA. So I think RJ Barrett taking that next step in terms of shooting the ball from downtown, creating his own shots, being a facilitator in the paint. We know that he has a really good connection with Mitchell Robinson when he's doing those pick and rolls, throwing up the alley-oops to him, ditching him down low, either finishing on his own or kicking it out to the corner. RJ has a good feel to the game, and I feel like RJ Barrett has a chance to be an all-star this year. And another thing I have to say about RJ is the one thing about him that's been an issue throughout his entire career is he starts off the season very slow every year. His rookie season, he started slow. Year 2, he started slow. Year 3, he started slow. And then he gets going around New Year's. Can this be a year where he starts off playing RJ Barrett basketball that we've all grown accustomed to love, right? Because basketball is a game of ups and downs. No one's going to be just consistently dominant unless you're the greatest players in the league. But I want to see RJ Barrett not struggle right away, because he kind of digs himself into this bad hole of a slump where he's averaging like 15 a game with like 19 from 3 and like 43 from the field, right? That's what it was last year. If you guys remember, he started off very slow. I remember year 2, he missed like 25 straight three-pointers. And then when the New Year's hit, he's averaging like 23 a game. And it was like, wow, okay. So if RJ can start off this season the way he started off the New Year's this year, then we're going to see an all-star caliber year from RJ Barrett. So that's really what it comes down to. Can he start off the year strong? Can he be consistent? And can he defend, which is going to be a big key to his game, which I don't have a question of him defending, but can he take that next step in that defensive player of the year type of role that he wants to get? Well, not defensive player of the year, rather more all NBA defensive teams that RJ Barrett strives to become. So I really feel like RJ has a chance to establish himself. You know, he got paid. He has got that big contract. He can take a big exhale. He doesn't have to worry about the money. He can just go out there and play basketball, play free. And I think that, you know, averaging 23 points per game is very, very likely for RJ Barrett if he just stays within himself and makes sure that he doesn't overcomplicate things. And I think Jalen Brunson's going to help him out so much. And that transitions to the next topic point I want to talk about. But in the chat, we got Gray saying RJ should average 22 easy, 5 and 5, just more efficiently early. Free throw percentage will be up, right hand looking stronger. Yeah, man. Year 4 RJ looks completely different from year 3 already. So I agree with you, my man. RJ cleaned up his shot. I like it. Oh, yeah. Salute, Pudge NYC. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Jalen Brunson's Knicks debut is tonight. What do we expect in Jalen Brunson's debut, everybody? I'm so impressed with Jalen Brunson from the preseason. I know it's a small sample size, but what Jalen Brunson brings to the table is it's like a presence, like a confidence to him where he just like, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh, we have a point guard. Wow. And it's not like a washed up veteran like Kemba Walker. No offense to Kemba, or, you know, getting these point guards, right? This is someone that is in the prime of his career at 25 years old, who has won everywhere he's been, who won championships in college. He won in Dallas. So now he's given the opportunity to run the show, right? We're not asking him to be the guy because we have RJ, we have Randle, we have Mitch, we have really good players off the bench. But what Jalen Brunson brings to the table tonight and for the rest of the season, obviously, is someone that I can expect to go into the paint, make something happen. I mean, first of all, his bag is nice. I mean, I was very impressed with, I know Jalen Brunson's game. It's not like I never watched him in Dallas, but seeing him in a Knicks uniform do it is different, right? His ability to just drive to the paint, stop on a dime, little teardrop floater, money. I mean, it just feels like he never misses when he puts up a shot near the paint, first of all. And second of all, he has a really good jump shot from the perimeter. I feel like he has a very good perimeter jump shot. He also is really good at playmaking. He's facilitating well. He's facilitating the rock around to the players. So Jalen Brunson's presence on this team could be the difference maker, right? He's not the savior of this franchise, but I think his addition to this team, because we basically have the same team as last year. We got rid of Burks, we got rid of Noel, and we added Brunson and Hardenstein, and that's it. It's pretty much the same team. We have RJ returning, Randle returning, Fournier. We re-signed Mitchell Robinson. We have D Rose. We have Quickly, Obi, Reddish. All these guys are returning, so it's kind of the same team. But Jalen Brunson is the big piece that's going to be the addition. Now, how much of a difference will he make? I think it's going to be a big difference. I think it's going to make more of a difference on this team than most people expect. And I think it's going to be proved to be worth that $100+ million contract. Jetmania says, I feel like after last year, people are forgetting just how good Emmanuel Quickly can be. Even with his new and better team, he still needs minutes. Oh, yeah, he'll get his minutes. And don't you worry. And now let's talk about the bench real quick. So this is the expected bench that I have. And remember, Quentin Grimes is injured, so he's not on this list. And I don't know if Thibodeau is going to run with a 10-man rotation or a 9-man. We'll find out tonight. But it looks like D Rose, Quickly, Reddish, Obi, and Hardenstein are going to be the 5 off the bench. I like this bench, man. We're deep. Add Grimes to the mix when he's healthy. We even have Deuce that can get in there certain times defensively if anyone gets banged up. So let's start off with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is like such a big piece to this team, man. We missed him so much last year. I think a lot of Knicks fans forget how much this Knicks team missed Derrick Rose last year off the bench when he got injured. It all went to crap. We were actually playing good basketball up until D Rose went down. And as you guys know, Derrick Rose is in the best shape of his life. He lost like 20 pounds, which is crazy to me. Tom Thibodeau challenged him in the offseason to cut down on eating chips before bed, cut down on his diet, go into the gym more, and get into a different type of shape. And now Derrick Rose is at a weight that he was at when he was in his rookie season. Now, Do we expect Derrick Rose to start dunking on people again, like as a rookie? No, but he looks quicker. He looks lighter on his feet. And hopefully this means he's going to be more durable because Derrick Rose wants to have a long-term career. He does not want to retire early. He's 34 years old. He's still got a lot of gas left in the tank, and he's trying to have a longevity with his career. So I hope that this means he can stay healthy. And, his presence off the bench, we all know Derrick Rose's game. I don't need to break it down to you guys. We all know what Derrick Rose brings to the table. Outside of his on-the-court presence, his ability to be that guy on the court, to be in Emmanuel Quickley's ear, be in Obi Toppin's ear. I mean, this bench unit is going to be a lot of fun. And then talking about Emmanuel Quickley, man, he's another spark plug off his bench that could be a big-time X factor for this team. He can come off the bench and be that guy that just sizes people up, hitting a three-pointer, the floater. He can make people miss. Also about Emmanuel Quickley that I love, he's got that chemistry with our guy Obi Toppin. I mean, what Obi Toppin brings to this team off the bench is so unbelievable, bro. I mean, last year, how many times did Obi Toppin get checked in the game and he plays 5 minutes and puts up like 8 points? It's kind of ridiculous. So I love how Obi Toppin runs the floor, and I love that Emmanuel Quickley always sees Obi running the floor and feeds the man. How many times did we see Obi Toppin just cherry pick and Emmanuel Quickley feed him the rock on a chest pass down the court, and it was an easy bucket? So this bench unit is really flowing well in preseason, and I hope that it can be a difference maker because I think a big strength to this Knicks squad this season is our bench. Because if you have a deep bench and you are a team that when you're at the end of the first quarter, in the beginning of that second quarter, your bench can come in and go on a little run, that's how you win basketball games. It's not all about the starters in this league. You need to be able to have a good bench unit. And I think the Knicks have one of the better bench units in the league because it's a really good balance of youth and veterans. We have year 3 of Quickley and year 3 of Obi, year 4 of Reddish, the vet of Derrick Rose, and Isaiah Hartenstein also making his Knicks debut, a center that plays with a lot of tenacity, that can stretch the floor, that can shoot from downtown, also block the rim and crash the boards well. So I really think that our bench unit could be a big reason for success this season, and I'm really excited to see what they got going. Jamal's in the chat. What's good, Jamal? Says, hey, Richie, how are you? I know you have been busy live on Jets Media. Saw that you went to the Jets game. Good to see you on Knicks Media. Hope Julius does better. Happy to see RJ, Obi, and IQ back, and Jalen. Yeah, man. As you guys know, if you're not familiar, I do also have another YouTube channel covering the New York Jets. So I've just been so busy covering the Jets this year. As you guys know, they're winning finally. So I've been very busy, but now the Knicks are back. So it's going to be a great balance of Knicks Media and Jets Media all the time. So expect preview streams all the time. Expect recap videos to every game. Expect videos throughout the week. There's going to be a lot of content here on Knicks Media throughout the whole season, and I'm super excited to launch Knicks Media, man. It's been a while since I was able to talk about my Knicks. Great to see you, Jamal. Bearded Tibbs is a real secret weapon. Hey, man, I love the beard. He's got a new element. I like it. High work rate for Obi, nightmare for second unit defenses. It's true. I mean, he has a motor, like he just doesn't stop running. And Obi Toppin all of a sudden can shoot threes. I mean, he was knocking down threes in that game where he went off in the preseason. So, and he's also just a threat. He's a high runner. He's always in transition. He's running around. He's just a dog, man. Obi Toppin, this could be his breakout year. But the problem is he's not going to really break out unless we give him the minutes. So that's the one thing I hope the Knicks do is allow Obi Toppin to not feel like he has a short leash, because that was the issue last year, man. When Obi Toppin was on the court, he even admitted it, where he felt like he wasn't playing free because he makes one mistake, and Thibodeau's like, all right, you're out of the game. Randle, you're in. And I was like, oh, my gosh. I mean, can this guy learn from his mistakes, coach? And then when Randle was injured at the end of the year and Obi was playing and he was a starting power forward, he didn't feel like he didn't feel like he could play freely, and he can make his mistakes, and he's not going to get taken out of the game. And guess what? He dropped 30-plus points. He was efficient. He was dominating the game. I think this is the year where Obi Toppin really, really takes off. Now let's get into the expected starting 5 tonight. Jalen Brunson, Fournier, RJ, Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. This is what I'm expecting to see from the starters tonight. Now, this is pretty much the same starting 5 as last year with the addition of Jalen Brunson. And I think that it matters that we're going into year 3 of Coach Thibodeau, because continuity is a big thing in this league. And when you are familiar with the system, like especially the complex system with Tom Thibodeau, offensively, it's all about playing together. It's all about being unselfish. It's all about rim reads. And of course, defensively, you got to be playing on a string. And the way that you can do that is by communication. And the fact that Fournier, RJ, and Randle and Mitch are going into another year together, that tells me that they have continuity. They're familiar with each other. They know each other's tendencies, and that is a big plus. You see, championship caliber teams like the Golden State Warriors. I mean, since Steve Kerr's been there, they've had the same core of guys with the same system, the same coaches for years and years. That is called continuity. That's called being familiar with each other. And I feel like the Knicks have a really good advantage going into year 3 of head coach Tom Thibodeau, and the same familiar faces. Even the bench is continuity-wise. All these guys were here last year besides Isaiah Hartenstein. So I think that could be a big-time plus for this Knicks team. And I really feel like it's a good balance of defense and offense. And I really hope that we can take off tonight and make a big statement. Obi was leaking out and not playing defense. That is not a good basketball play. Yeah, I mean, you cannot be leaking out and cherry picking on every play, right? That is just simply not going to work, especially with head coach Tom Thibodeau. So Obi's got to find that balance of playing good defense, and when we get the ball, then you start running, because you're not going to be able to get meaningful minutes all the time. If that's the case, you're 100% right, my man. So this is the starting 5. Now, let's get into my record prediction this season. And I want you guys to predict the record down below in the chat as well. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. Ooh, have to stay hydrated. And guys, before we get into my record prediction, if you guys can do your boy a gigantic favor, hit that like button on your way in. We got around 40 people tuning into the show right now with 16 likes. Can you guys please hit that thumbs up button? Let's get to around 20 likes. That would mean a lot to the channel, my guys. Please hit that thumbs up button if you did not already. Really does help out the channel. So let's hear everyone's record predictions in the chat. What do you guys think about this team? Are we going to make the playoffs? I want to hear from you. All right, I'll give you mine first, I guess. Now, for my record prediction. Now, this is on record. You guys can take the receipts like Robert Saleh does. We're going to come back to this at the end of the year. Here's my record prediction. Boom. 46-36 as the 6th seed. Call me crazy, but I like this Knicks team this year. If we could stay healthy, if we could stick with the talent that we got and play together and play to the full potential of this roster, I like 46 wins. Now, a lot needs to go our way for this to happen, right? We need to make sure that we play the Eastern Conference well. When we verse the top dogs in the East, like the Bucks, like the Nets, like the Heat, the Sixers, the Celtics, the Hawks, all these Eastern Conference teams that are better than us on paper and better than us last year, we need to go out there and beat them. Not just be competitive in the fourth quarter, but beat them, right? I am very optimistic about this team. I really genuinely am. I think we're going to be definitely better than last year. And I feel like this Knicks team has a lot of upside as well with the young talent on the roster. And I think that's a big thing that Knicks fans need to understand is we are very young and we're getting better. RJ in year number 2. Year number 4. Quentin Grimes, year number 2. Quickly and Obi, year 3. Those are all guys that are going to be getting better and better year in and year out. Jalen Brunson, who could be a very, very big addition to this team, potentially an all-star this year, because I feel like now he's going to be handed the keys that he could actually run the show. Julius Randle is another X factor. Listen, we're not going to be the 6th seed without Randle playing good basketball, right? Randle has to make that jump. Randle has to be playing smart, eliminate the mental mistakes, don't turn the ball over, don't spin into double teams, make the right reads, facilitate the rock, and be a dominant force down low and hit your shots. Mitchell Robinson, can he stay healthy all season long? He did last year. Hopefully he can do that again. The bench. So here's my record prediction, guys. I might be a little over my head, but I like Jalen Brunson's addition. I think that he can make a big-time impact on this roster this season, and the New York Knicks will be 46-36 and finish in 6th place to avoid the play-in tournament, to make the playoffs, and verse the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round and beat them. Okay, now I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? Relax, Richie. Relax, okay? I'm just having fun. I'm having fun. That's the start to the season. This is where we get to have some fun on the channel. Now let's see what you guys predict in the chat. Fabled Apples in the chat. What's good, Knicks Media? So excited to start another year. A great member on the channel. I appreciate you, my man. It's been a great off season. So you're predicting 42 and 40. All right. Nick has the Knicks going 6 seed. Me too. Sherwin is not as optimistic about these Knicks. He sees us getting 35 wins. 6 seed. So who are the teams you have better than the Knicks? Hey, anything can happen, man. Just saying. Anything can happen. Who thought the Knicks would be the 4th seed 2 years ago? No one. Absolutely no one. Yeah, drink water. Jalen will make others better. 40 and 42, I say make it to the tournament because of the East is strong. Think about it. The East is extremely strong, man. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend they're not. But let's match up. We won 37 last year. Brunson gets us to at least 4 more wins. Tibbs situational coaching can get us another 3 or 4 dubs. Facts, man. I agree. Fabled Apple has been a member on this channel for 19 months. Bro, thank you so much, man. That means a lot. Hoping RJ is a first-time All-Star this year. Me too, man. I think RJ is an All-Star if he plays the start of this year the way he began the New Year's last year. It's that simple. He played like an All-Star at the end of the year last year. Not even at the end of the year. For 75% of the season. But the start of the year didn't allow him to be that good. So RJ needs to start off strong if he wants to make the All-Star game this year. That simple. So I think that the Knicks, they have a chance to win 40 to 45 wins. I got them at 46. I got them overachieving, and I got them proving the doubters and the naysayers wrong, baby. Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be a great, great night, man. I think the Knicks are going to be competitive tonight. It would be awesome for them to win, but it won't be easy. The Memphis Grizzlies are a very tough, physical, well-coached team with talent all across the board. And I think this Knicks team can match up well against them, man. So let's get back into the Knicks and the Grizzlies because that's what we're talking about right now. Who's winning tonight? What's the score predictions? Let's look at the underdog. Let's look at the lines. I'm just curious. I think that the Knicks are the underdogs right now. They are. So the Knicks are 4-point underdogs on the road. Okay. I like the Knicks at +4, to be honest. So the Knicks are going to be on the road, and they got the Knicks at +4. I don't know, man. I like the Knicks tonight. I really do. I feel like they always start off their season strong. But it is what it is. My score prediction tonight is going to be a low-scoring one. I got the Knicks winning 99 to 95. 99 to 95 Knicks. Let's go. Let's go. 99 to 95 Knicks. Jets Mania has Knicks 115, Grizzlies 107. Helios, we have a tough start to our season up through November. Our schedule will show us exactly who we are. Yeah, man. I like that the schedule is tough at first because if we can really start stringing together wins when we're not the favorites and we're start getting upsets and we start getting a little momentum early, it's a big, big sign. Last year we started hot and then we kind of fizzled out. So remember we started off like 5-1 last year, and then we all thought it was like over. Like the Knicks are back. We were all over the place. We couldn't handle the winning. We all saw the videos that were all over the place of Knicks fans parading. Oh, good times, right? Hopefully we start off strong this year, but it doesn't fizzle out, and we can actually continue that throughout the rest of the season. I'm a Knicks fan, but they are the underdogs tonight. Yeah, they are the underdogs. Not just by Knicks fans, by Vegas. Vegas has the Knicks at +4. So we're 4-point dogs. I like that. I'd rather be an underdog. I don't want to be favored. I kind of like the Knicks at +4, man. I think it's going to be a close matchup. I really do. I think that this Knicks team has so much talent, and I mean, it's so hard to prove. It's so hard to what am I trying to say? Forgot. Completely forgot what I was going to say. But the Knicks have a lot to prove tonight. And I feel like on national television, it's going to be interesting to see how this Knicks team manages. And I think head coach Tom Thibodeau has a lot to do with the success or the failures of this team. To be honest, if the Knicks disappoint this year and the Knicks are a dumpster fire, this might be Tom Thibodeau's last season. I don't see him surviving a third year if the Knicks, especially if they don't make the play-in tournament. I mean, if we do not make the play-in tournament this year, then we have big problems because this Knicks team is built to win right now, but they're not a championship caliber squad yet. We're still a couple stars away. I think we all understand that. But the Knicks are very talented, a lot more talented than we think. Knicks 93, Grizzlies 79. Ugly win, better than out shooting with no defense. Hell yeah. If Randle's MVP, it will change everything. Yeah, I agree, man. I think Randle is a big X factor this year because obviously Knicks fans are kind of over Randle. Some Knicks fans, rather. But if Julius Randle plays to the caliber we saw 2 years ago, or even like some version of that, I'm not expecting to do that all over again, then this Knicks team will be very good because what Randle did that year, he was closing games out in the fourth quarter. He was hitting his jump shots. He put up numbers that we haven't seen since Larry Bird. I mean, he put up 24, 10, and 6. I mean, I'm not expecting Randle to do that, but if he could be playing winning basketball, I think Brunson's going to be a big addition because Randle has never played on this Knicks team without a true point guard, not including Derrick Rose. So now he has Jalen Brunson who can slow things down, take the pressure off of Randle. RJ ascending in year 4. We got the offensive board monster of Mitchell Robinson and also protecting the paint. Evan Fournier, hopefully he can have another good season shooting the ball from downtown. So we need it, man. Francisco says Randle needs to be a teammate, not an individual. I agree, man. Randle needs to start playing for the team and not be upset with individual mishaps. This game will determine where we stand against above average teams. Yeah, I mean, the Grizzlies are the better team heading into this game. So it will see if the Knicks can handle this Knicks squad and be able to go out there and play their best basketball. It's really that simple. I don't really know what to expect tonight. We're going to get a really good idea, a good taste of what this New York Knicks team identity is. But we usually play good to start out the year under Thibodeau. He has his team ready to go. They're usually in shape coming out of training camp, in shape coming out of preseason. And I just want to be a team that just kind of out hustles other squads, that plays with more energy, that plays with more sense of urgency, that doesn't give up. Say we're down by double digits in the third quarter. I still want them to fight, and go on a run and make it a game in the fourth and win it. Right? I don't want to be a team that takes the foot off the gas and just like, all right, we lost this one. Well, let's go back home. Because the schedule to start out, I mean, we're away in Memphis, and then we have a 3-game homestand against 3 teams that I think we can beat. I really do. I mean, at home against the Pistons, that should be a win. At home against the Magic, that should be a win. At home against the Hornets, that should be 3 dubs at home. Now, anything can happen, right? The Pistons are a very young, talented team. The Magic are, I mean, we'll see about the Magic. They always play us tough. I feel like the Magic always beat us low key. The Hornets they're always good games against the Hornets. Not saying those are going to be easy W's, but getting a win on the road to go back home for 3 straight home games would be big. Because if we can go 3-1 in the first 4 games or 2-2 minimum, that'll be big. That'll be gigantic. But I just want to say, man, it feels good that Knicks basketball is back. It feels good that I'm back here on Knicks Media making some content. It was a long offseason dealing with that crazy Donovan Mitchell situation. It feels good to be talking about ball now, actually, instead of speculations and rumors and offseason nonsense. We get to talk about ball, guys, and I'm really excited to dive deeper into this team throughout the rest of the season, and you guys will be with me throughout the entire time. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. My name's Richie if you're brand new. I post Knicks content here daily. And it's going to be a fun season all season long, baby. I promise you that. Promise you that. Knicks win by 5. Let's go. Love it. People don't see how strong RJ is. He can drive in against bigger players so he can score, and then the Grizzlies to be worried and start passing the ball out for 3. He will be so good. I really hope RJ is the guy tonight. I would love the Knicks to win with RJ dropping 25 plus. I think that would be, I mean, I don't care. I want to win, right? I don't really care about like individual performances. But if you guys have been following my channel for as long as I started this channel, you guys know RJ's my guy. I mean, I'm wearing an RJ shirt and I got an RJ jersey. He is my guy. So I would love him to take flight, and because I think RJ has a chance to be the talk of the league this year. I really do. And not by Knicks fans. I'm talking about the national media. Because if RJ really does take that next step and starts putting up efficient numbers and starts putting up 23 plus per game and starts being efficient and starts attacking the paint, hitting his clutch jump shots, hitting threes with hands in his face like we saw in the preseason, facilitating for others, crashing the boards, being a great teammate, playing defense, playing hard. I mean, RJ could be the guy this year. RJ can lead this team like in points this year. And I think he will. So we'll see, bro. Listen, if there's anybody on this team I want to succeed more, it's RJ individually. But at the end of the day, this is about the team. This is about the New York Knicks as a squad. And I think he's a team player, which is why I love RJ, man. He deserves to get paid. And congratulations on the bag. Come on, Cam, show us. Yeah, Cam Reddish is another guy. We haven't really talked about Cam Reddish a lot on this stream. Now, my biggest question is Tom Thibodeau running with a 10-man rotation tonight or a 9-man rotation? Because as you guys know, Quentin Grimes is out tonight with a sore foot. So is Thibodeau going to run with the 9-man rotation like he usually does when there's injuries? Or is he going to still do 10-man with Cam Reddish off the bench? I hope it's a 10-man. We'll see, man. I hope it's a 10-man rotation because I want to see these 5 off the bench. And you know what's funny about these 5 off the bench? Do you know who I wish can get minutes, and which is why I love to say how deep we are? Deuce. Deuce is the odd man out. Like, it sucks that we have to rely on an injury for Deuce McBride to get minutes. That man, Deuce, is potentially like one of the better players on the team defensively. I mean, in terms of just perimeter defense, getting into the passing lanes and creating steals and just being a pest, full court pressure. I mean, I love Deuce McBride. He's one of my favorite players on this Knicks team. It's unfortunate that he can't crack minutes, but hey, it's a good problem to have because that means that we're deep. That means we have a lot of talent on this team, which we really do, man. We really do. And the best part about this team, in my opinion, guys, it's not filled with just washed up veterans. It's not filled with guys at the end of their careers. It's infused with young studs. RJ Barrett, young stud. Obi, quickly. Mitchell Robinson. Cam Reddish. I mean, I'm not going to call Reddish a stud. He still has a lot to prove to me. But I really hope that this Knicks team is placed together, man, and buys into the system. Because, listen, I know a lot of Knicks fans are questioning head coach Tom Thibodeau, and you have every right to. And his system is kind of outdated. But if they buy into his defensive system and it works, that's what's going to be the difference this year. Because if we can get back to that top 5 defensive team that we were 2 years ago, that is how we're going to win games. It's simple, especially in the fourth quarter. If we can strap up, clamp up teams in the fourth quarter, contesting 3-point jump shots, double teaming on switches, being just collectively communicating. You know, we all know the Tom Thibodeau defensive system by now. You got to be able to switch properly, communicate properly, play just quality defense. And I feel like last year, they started off slow defensively, and they got back to their defensive identity at the end of the year, and they actually finished pretty well statistically wise. But that's their identity. That's their backbone of this team. And if they cannot defend well this year, then it's going to be a long season. And that's the issue. So I think that's what's really going to determine if this Knicks team is successful or not, or we're going to be able to defend at a high clip all season long. If Deuce is your 4th option at guard, it's a good thing, low-key. For a long season, that's good. Exactly, man. We got depth. Get those likes up. Salute from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for supporting Knicks Media from Puerto Rico. That means a lot, my man. Cam is legit, bro. I hope so. Cam Reddish hasn't really, flashed yet as a Knick. And I really hope that he does this year, man, because He's a free agent after this year, and if he wants to be here long term, now's the time for him to really kick it into gear, man. We have to be real, not going anywhere and preparing for disappointment. Yeah, don't really make the expectations so high because then you're going to get disappointed. Because remember last year, the expectations were like through the roof because we're coming off a 4th seed and then we just got shot down to earth. So don't do that. Kelvin's in the chat. Hey, yo, what's up, Richie? Thought I missed you. All we need to know is what RJ said. We gonna shock the world. Hell yeah. Shout out to Kelvin, one of the best loyalist Knicks media subscribers here in the channel. Feels good to be back talking Knicks. It's gonna be really exciting season this year. I genuinely believe that. And hey, I think RJ's onto something. We're gonna shock the damn world this year, baby. We're gonna shock the world. The NBA is not gonna know what came from. People don't understand that all these good teams last season, those games were close, like Bulls, Cavs, Hawks, etc. We just could close out games. But now we have someone who could lead us, and Jalen Brunson. Hell yeah, bro. I could not agree more. Final stat line: RJ 28, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Brunson 22, 5 and 4. Randle 18, 8 and 10. I'm assuming this means a W. I mean, if we put up these stats and we don't win, that's an issue, right? Sign me the hell up for this, Sparks. 23 draft. How can we be in a bad position regardless, but we ain't losing? I do not want to talk about the draft. I hope that we are not even close to the lottery. Hey, bro. Let's go. I'm being called a Knicks hater when I predict 35 wins this season. Hey, Sherwin, you have every right to predict how you'd like, man. This Knicks team has a lot to prove. I mean, they haven't proved anything. So you have every right to not expect anything, for sure. This Eastern Conference is stacked, and you have every right to believe what you want to believe, man. When does it start? 7:30 p.m. tonight Eastern on ESPN. Yes, we got enough talent to go 13, 15 deep. Tibbs just got to use his players the right way. 100%, man. This is a big opportunity for head coach Tom Thibodeau. Gideon's in the chat, my guy Gideon. I know Gideon's excited the NBA's back. One of the biggest NBA fans I know and loyal Knicks fans. Hope you're doing well, Gideon. Hope you are doing well. 7:30 tonight. It starts. Guys, if you're just tuning into the show, and if you did not already, I would really appreciate it if you can hit that thumbs up button for your boy. We got 36 likes with 52 people watching. Let's get to 50 likes if we can do that. Really do mean a lot to the channel, guys. If you can just simply hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Gideon predicts that the Knicks finish 10th or miss out in the play-in. Yikes. I'm doing great. I hope not. Oh, I know you love the NBA. There's no one I know that loves the NBA more than you. Ja Morant. Negs. What does that mean? Knicks win 48 this year, finish 6th in the East. Hey, my prediction is 46 wins and 6 in the East. But listen, they have a lot to prove. I'm just being optimistic. This is the time to be optimistic right now. They have a lot to prove before I can say with a straight face they're going to win that many games. But I think that this Knicks team is going to be an exciting one that Knicks fans are going to grow to love. I really believe that. I think that the balance of youth and veterans that this Knicks team possesses is going to give a lot of Knicks fans excitement. I really hope so, at least, man. I sure hope so. All right, guys, let's get our final predictions in. Who's winning tonight? I predict Knicks win 99-95. RJ Barrett drops 24 points. Jalen Brunson drops 20 points. Randle drops 19. Fournier gets a nice even 14. D Rose off the bench puts up a nice 13. Mitchell Robinson a nice 10, and 3. It's going to be a low-scoring defensive battle tonight. That's my prediction. I think it's going to be an ugly game offensively for both teams, and I think the Knicks it's going to be close. It's going to come down to the last minute, And the Knicks are going to grit their way out. A road W to start out the season, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's my prediction. They got a lot to prove, though. They got a lot to prove. Sparks sees the Celtics as the first seed, then Milwaukee, Sixers, Heat, Brooklyn, then the Knicks sixth with the Hawks and Cleveland behind them. I like it. If all goes well, I could see a 51-win season. Maybe it's just me, but our depth is key. 51 wins. Woo-wee. Brooklyn Zombie, 420. Love the name. Hey, I'm down. Say less. 103.95 Knicks, says Wayne. What's your opinion on the Cavs, Hawks, and Raptors? Because I feel like people are highly overrating them. Screw the Hawks, first of all. No, I'm just kidding. The Raptors are a team that is always going to be just good, I feel like. Not great, but just good. I think they're going to be better this year. And the Cavaliers, listen, man, that's the team that I think is actually, I don't think they're, obviously the talk because they got Donovan Mitchell, they got Garland, they got Mobley, they got Allen. I mean, they're very talented and they're very young. But I feel like they don't really lack depth. That's my thing about the Cavaliers. Their starting five is like legit, but off the bench, I don't know. We'll see about the Cavaliers. I think we can match up well against them. I think Julius is going to have a big game tonight. He's so cute and sexy. I just want to be with him 24/7. I wish he would. All right, Kyle. Thanks for that, man. I hope you can hit up Randall one day. That was funny. Wasn't expecting that one. 104-101 Knicks. Ja with the sauce. Hey, sign me up for this. Let's go. Knicks game tonight. Knicks tonight, yo. Yes, sir, James. We got this, bro. Hell yeah, we got it. We got this in the bag tonight. Knicks fans, wake up. We here. We back, rather. If we start winning, we got to change the motto to we back. Because we were here, and now we left, and now we're back, right? 2 years ago, we were here. Last year, we left. Now we're back. I mean, we're not really back to anything if we start winning. Besides making the playoffs, I guess. I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun season, man. I love the optimism in the chat. I love the, expectations from this Knicks fan base. I think it's going to be a nice, fun year, man. I really do. Hopefully it's one with good health and it's good with fun outings. We do not have many old head vets, so Tibbs going to have to use the young guys. We got some gunslingers, and you know how gunslingers always challenge the best to be the best. Draw. That's true, man. We don't really – the only veteran that's like up there in age is Derrick Rose, and I'm totally okay with him playing a lot. And Fournier, not a lot of veterans. We are stacked with young talent. And that's why I like the approach from Leon Rose. We got rid of Burks. We got rid of Noel. 2 veterans that were driving me crazy. And then we add Brunson, who's young. We add Hardenstein, who's still young. It's a good team, man. I feel like the same way, their depth doesn't even match ours in the slightest. Facts. Hope Rose can stay healthy throughout, and Tibbs coaches better. Yeah, man, if Derrick Rose stays healthy this year, that's a big-time X factor because people forget how much of his injury impacted his team last year, man. Really, really did, man. Derrick Rose is a big piece to this team. His presence off the bench is unmatchable. I mean, you cannot replace Derrick Rose. I love Emmanuel quickly, but you cannot replace Derrick Rose. He's an all-time great. He's not what he once was athletically speaking, but he's still there with the mind. He knows how to play basketball. He is 20 pounds lighter. Let's go. Is it safe to say we have a top 5 depth in the league? We do, bro. I mean, we have Jericho Sims, who is not even playing, who I love. We have Deuce McBride, who's not even playing, who I love. We have Quentin Grimes, who's injured, who's not even going to play tonight, who I love. Like, we're deep, bro, and we're deep with youth. Good problem to have. Kelvin has us getting 45 wins. Woo! Okay, Kelvin. Love it. 45 wins? I got 46 wins. How about that? Gideon says, I know it's early, but what do you think of the play-in tournament? I say it should be used for a tiebreaker when the 8th and 9th seeds have the same exact regular season record in a 4-game series. I don't know. I feel like the play-in tournament is beneficial because it makes it, teams that are fighting at the end of the year play for something. I kind of like it. because now where the Knicks are at, it kind of gives the Knicks a better chance to make the play-in tournament. And it sucked that we couldn't even make the play-in tournament last year. I like it, man. David's back. What's good, my dude? I'm ready for tonight. Welcome back to Knicks Media, my man. Hope all is well. Hope you guys had a fantastic offseason. We back tonight, baby. I'm ready. What's good? Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. I hope you're right. I'd love that. I only missed by 2 last year's prediction. Well, I hope your prediction's on the money this year because I got the Knicks at 46-36. 46-36. Come on, Knicks. Come on. Please. Please, right? Oh, my gosh. It feels good, man. It feels good to be back. Knicks Nation, let's all enjoy a successful, hopefully healthy, entertaining, youthful, exciting season this year, man. I got RJ Barrett making the All-Star game. I got this Knicks team being the talk of the league, especially RJ Barrett being the talk of the NBA. That's my prediction. He's going to break out year 4. He's going to prove to the NBA that all the disrespect that this man got throughout his entire career is going to be washed down the drain, and all the haters are going to be upset, and they're going to be bringing up all these little stupid stats to say that he's trash, but he's not. Because RJ Barrett is about to take over the NBA this year. Let's go. Woo! All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap up the preview right now. Knicks game is tonight at 7:30. I'll be making my reaction to the game tonight or tomorrow morning, depending how I feel. But thank you guys for all tuning in. It feels good to be back making some Knicks media content. Expect Knicks content all throughout the season. So subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button if you just joined the stream. And I will catch you guys at the end of the game, tonight or tomorrow morning. Let's get this dub. And then I'll be at the game Friday, of course. Hopefully we get the W. It's going to be a fun matchup. And final prediction for tonight. Knicks 99, Grizzlies 55. Knicks win. Let's go. Let's go. Jalen Brunson's debut is going to be a good one. He's going to be efficient. He's going to be playing good defense. He's going to be helping out. Brooklyn Zombie says D-Rose was sorely missed last season. If he's healthy, plus Jalen Brunson, opposing team's going to have issues guarding 2 attacking guards for 48 minutes. Ain't easy, plus RJ going to beast this year. Let's go Knicks. Could not agree more with everything you just said. Please go smash that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, listen to what Kelvin T. Jones Sr. has to say. One of my most favorite Knicks media subscribers there is. Knicks 113, Grizzlies 108. Love it. The Knickologist at work. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you. Ja stinks. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Ja's a good player. Cool. Still going to beat the Grizzlies tonight. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Let's go, Knicks. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. I think that this team is going to be fun. And I am so excited for the game tonight, man. Thank you all for watching the Knicks Media Preview. I'll catch you guys later. Let's go, Knicks. Peace out, everybody.